Hi there. It's Trina, and I am going to do some art demonstrating today for you, and I hope you enjoy it. They say that feelings, you should paint how you feel, and I paint all of the time. And, sometimes I hum along, and sometimes I sing along, and sometimes I just paint. So, I thought you'd like to watch, and so here we go. I enjoy painting on Photoshop now because I used to do it by hand with watercolors and acrylics and oils and all of that, and it was really great. I loved it all, but the thing is that it's not so easy to take your studio with you everywhere, whereas it's easier to take a laptop. And so that's what I do. And so here we go. I have a flamingo loaded up on the screen that I have from an im done a little sketch with, and I'm chosen some colors, and we're just going to play around and see what happens. Who knows what it'll turn out like? So I hope you enjoy it, and if you like what you see, please subscribe and like to Talk with Trina. And one of the things you might say, well, why is this uh, fitting with Talk with Trina? Well, art is a way of expressing yourself. It's a way of talking to people. And so that's what I'm doing. So here we go. So I have some colors. I think we should do the background wash. And so I'll pick up some brushes here, and I've chosen this green. So let's just see, uh, go up to nice soft round brush, a little larger. Boopity boopity boop, maybe not so full. Nope, wrong one. I need the color bigger. So I think a little lavender in the background will just, soften those colors down. And there we have a bit of a washy background. And wait a minute, that was the wrong layer. This happens. Recording, I find, is a little different than just doing it quietly. I'm used to just doing my painting without anybody listening or watching, or just it's how I feel, and just so that's what we're doing. So now let me have to go to these colors. Let me see. Oh, there. Boopity boopity boop. Oh, yes, here we go. So now I think maybe I got the wrong layer again. It's a good thing you can go back. See, you can go, you can go back and do it again. Usually not this, but recording is recording is different than just being quiet. And this is how you feel. It's just the way you are. We're just doing this as an experiment. So I'm going to pick up some of this color over here. Yeah, that's good. On a nice bright. That's great. So I don't need the background wash anymore. Perhaps there. Okay, so the sketch, and then I will make a new layer on top of the sketch, and I'll name it color layer 1. Yeah, it's good to do these things in layers, and if you want to change something. So there I go, and I will just bring this up, and I'm going to start with, this was quite an interesting design. Going to get a nice brush here. The classic Cartoonist is one of my favorites. There, and so we're putting that on, but I think we need to make it a little more transparent, and away we go. So, there. What shall we sing today? Of course, it never looks like anything when you first start out. You have to just being patient and going through all of the different scenarios here. Let's have a little larger brush, or maybe we'll have a variation in color. So what type of art do you like to do? Did you know that humming or listening to someone hum is really good for your brain? Wow, I didn't know that, but you know, I looked it up just so that I could tell you. Eventually, as I gain more courage with these videos, I am going to tell you about stories and different things in my life experiences that have been meaningful to me as I probably think of things as I'm going along. So now I need to A darker color. And I think maybe we'll change brushes. And the flow. Okay. Too gray, a little more black. Oops. Well, it's okay to make mistakes, you know. Once you make a mistake, you just correct it. And as I said, always say people who never make any mistakes never actually do anything. Yeah, that was a good line. I used to have people working for me, and of course, they had to learn the different skills that were part of the job. And, they would make mistakes, and it's normal to make mistakes. And in order for them to not lose their nerve or feel bad that they had made a mistake, I used to say that. And it's true. If you haven't made a mistake, you probably haven't done much. Yeah. We all sort of make our way, trying new things, trying different possibilities. The first sketch is kind of like a thing to go by, and it looks like I'm copying, but it helps with your artwork to make a sketch. You know. Da 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 da. And it doesn't matter what you sing when you're humming. Doesn't matter if you're flat. It doesn't matter at all. It just matters that you hum along. You hum along. Along your way you hum. Along your way you hum. I used to have an aunt who hummed all of the time, and it was so comforting. It was really great. You knew that everything was going well when she was humming. Hmm. I started out my art career basically in photography and learning to retouch negatives and prints. That was a long time ago, long time before digital. Okay. Well, there's a little, let's add a little brighter color here. Brighter, lighter. It's great. We have infinite colors. I think we'll just tone that down a bit. Oh, this flamingo was actually a no, a flamingo that I enjoyed seeing in a friend's home that I visited, and I took a reference photograph. It was made of tin and painted. It was really a fun thing. Okay, so now we've done a little work there. Let's add another something fun, another color. Sometimes the colors you pick aren't always the colors you use. You just make it up as you go. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're making it up as we go. Okay, so I th I think that we need another layer because I may want to color underneath that layer I see here. So I'm going to make a blue bow there. Okay, and let's have it a brighter blue. Not much for a bow, you might say. Well, we just keep working on it until it's what we want. How does that look? A little more? We're just making it up as we go along here, so it's not going to be perfect, probably. Anyway, this is a trial for a video, and so we will just see how it goes. There, see, we're going underneath the bow on another layer, and we're perking up some highlights here and having some, oh, that's maybe a little too bright. Yeah, have a little fun. Um, Let's have a little lesser intensity of white. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Now the temptation is to go over the bow with the white, but the thing is that then it'll be part of everything else. And so we have to click on the blue bow and do a bit more. Give it a bit of a sheen there. No, doesn't look that good. Okay. Okay. Now, maybe a little more black on the as some definition. And then I think we will be good to see how this is working. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am putting it together. You know, it's amazing how many people enjoy watching art being created. Yeah, I used to do retouching shows and demonstrations, and people would watch and find it interesting. So I hope you will too. I do all kinds of things. I have written books. I'm going to be showing you how I illustrate a book that I've been working on for a long time now. So I'm going to, as soon as I can figure out this video demonstration stuff, I will, oops, I'm not on the boat. There. I will see if I can do that. You know, the thing about shading and shadows is that without the shadows, you don't really have the art. In photography, you know, there used to be, oh, well, we don't want any shadows, but, you know, you need shadows. It defines, it helps our eyes see things. Okay, well, I could probably work on that quite a lot more, but I'm going to see how that is. Let's see if we need anything else on the background wash. Uh, you know, we should add a little bit of the blue bow in the background, and then we'll go to the brush and maybe we'll just take a new size. That's too dark. We'll just tone it down a bit and bring it up. I think that's too dark. I think we'll do a little bit of a different blue there. We'll go back and it needs to be a bit bigger. Oops, we're on the blue bow. That's no good. You can easily switch between layers, and then you have to go back in the history and undo what you did. Okay, we're back to the actual color layer, so go back to where we were. Do 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 do. Color layer, no. The sketch, no. Background wash. That's what we want. Whoop. There, little blue. That's good. And let's, what else could we do here? Okay, pick up. There. Let's see how that works. Okay, so now I'm going to save this so that it is done, and then I'm going to and here, as you see, we have the workplace recording, and that's going to be fine. And once again, if you like this and would like to see more art, make sure you subscribe. Okay, see you on the next one. Bye now.